Chosen one. Nothing about this transformation is by chance. Do not scroll past this, because what is happening in your life right now is not random, and if you miss this, you may overlook a blessing that was designed to change everything. I am speaking to you because the shifts you feel, the discomfort you carry, and the doors that have closed were all arranged by my hand. This transformation is not confusion, it is alignment. It is not punishment, it is preparation. Comment, Amen. I am telling you clearly that this change did not begin yesterday, and it will not end tomorrow, because I started working on you long before you noticed the pressure. Every tear you cried was seen, and every silent prayer was heard, even when you felt abandoned. You thought certain people left because you were not enough, but I removed them because they could not go where I am taking you. You felt delay, but I was building depth. You felt loss, but I was creating space for increase. Nothing about this transformation is by chance means that I have been shaping your character in hidden places where no applause exists. I allowed challenges that forced you to grow stronger instead of staying comfortable. I let certain plans fail so you would not settle for something smaller than your calling. The confusion you felt was the breaking of old limits. The stretching you experienced was the sign that your spirit was expanding beyond fear. Within the first steps of this journey, I ask you to stay present, because what I am unfolding requires your attention. Please take a moment to like the video as an act of agreement that you trust what I am doing in your life. This is not about popularity, it is about alignment with what I am releasing over you. When you acknowledge my work openly, you position your heart to receive more. I am not asking for perfection, I am asking for trust. You have wondered why you no longer fit into spaces that once felt comfortable. It is because I have lifted your vision and sharpened your discernment. You can no longer entertain conversations that drain your spirit, because I am protecting your focus. You can no longer shrink yourself to make others comfortable, because I am calling you higher. This transformation is the evidence that you are chosen, not forgotten. There were nights when you questioned your worth, and mornings when you felt unsure of your direction. I was there in every moment, steady and unshaken, guiding steps you could not see clearly. I closed doors that looked promising because they carried hidden burdens. I redirected relationships that seemed perfect because they were not aligned with your future. You call it disruption, but I call it divine correction. You are not becoming someone new by accident. You are becoming who I designed you to be before you ever faced rejection or disappointment. The strength you now carry was forged in seasons of isolation. The wisdom you now speak was shaped through mistakes and lessons. The patience you now show was born from waiting longer than you wanted. I do not waste pain, and I do not allow pressure without purpose. When I say nothing about this transformation is by chance, I mean that even your setbacks served you. The betrayal that hurt you exposed what needed healing inside you. The delays that frustrated you built endurance that will sustain your future success. The silence you endured trained you to hear my voice more clearly. What you thought was emptiness was actually preparation. You have felt different lately because I am separating you from environments that limit your growth. You may feel lonely at times, but you are not alone. I am refining your circle so that only those who align with your destiny remain. I am strengthening your boundaries so that your peace is not constantly disturbed. Comment 1212. I am reshaping your mindset because where I am leading you requires courage and clarity. You cannot step into greater responsibility with a small perspective. You cannot carry new blessings with old fears. That is why I am teaching you to see yourself through my eyes instead of through past failures. I am rebuilding your confidence from the inside out. There is a reason you feel both stretched and strengthened at the same time. It is because transformation is not gentle comfort, it is powerful growth. I am removing what weakens you and reinforcing what empowers you. I am cutting away doubt and planting boldness. I am replacing insecurity with assurance that you are deeply loved and divinely protected. Do not misinterpret the pressure as rejection. Pressure is proof that I am forming something valuable within you. Diamonds are not created in ease, and strong faith is not built without testing. I am allowing you to face challenges that reveal your resilience. I am showing you that you can endure more than you believed possible. You are not behind in life. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. Every step you have taken, even the ones that seemed wrong, has been woven into a larger design. I see the full picture while you see only fragments. I know where this path leads, and it leads to restoration, stability, and influence beyond what you imagined. Stay close to me in this season, because clarity will continue to increase. What once confused you will begin to make sense. What once hurt you will become testimony. What once felt like loss will reveal hidden gain. This transformation is not random, and it is not temporary. You are still in the middle of this becoming, and I want you to understand that the process is just as important as the promise. I am not rushing you, because what I am building in you must be strong enough to last. Quick success without deep roots would collapse under pressure. So I am strengthening your foundation in ways that feel slow but are deeply intentional. This is not delay, this is development. There were moments when you felt like giving up because the weight seemed unfair. You compared your journey to others and wondered why yours looked harder. What you did not see is that I measure calling differently than comfort. The greater the responsibility I place on a life, the deeper the preparation must go. I have entrusted you with something rare, and that is why I am refining you carefully. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many people are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has surfaced, revealing a brain technique that pulls in wealth almost like magic. It takes just 7 seconds, can be done at home, and is supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are leaving debt behind and enjoying luxury right now, but this information might be removed soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You have noticed your thinking changing. Old reactions no longer feel natural to you. Situations that once pulled you into drama now feel exhausting. That is because I am maturing your spirit. I am teaching you restraint where you once reacted quickly, and wisdom where you once moved impulsively. This transformation is not only about external blessings, it is about internal alignment. I care more about who you are becoming than what you are receiving. A gift without character becomes a burden. Influence without humility becomes destruction. So I am shaping your heart first, because everything else will flow from that place. There are people watching you who do not understand your silence. They mistake your distance for weakness. They interpret your calm as passivity. What they cannot see is that I am training you to respond with strength instead of ego. I am teaching you that not every battle deserves your energy. You have been through disappointments that changed how you trust. That pain was not wasted. It sharpened your discernment and strengthened your boundaries. You no longer open your heart carelessly because you now understand your value. That awareness is part of this transformation. I am also healing parts of you that you tried to ignore. Wounds you buried are surfacing because I will not allow you to carry hidden damage into your next season. Healing sometimes feels uncomfortable because it forces you to confront truth. But I am gentle with you, even when the process feels intense. I am restoring what was broken without hardening your heart. You may not see immediate results, but you are not stagnant. Growth often happens quietly before it becomes visible. Just as roots grow beneath the surface before a tree rises, I am expanding your capacity in unseen places. When the visible change appears, it will look sudden to others, but you will know it was built through endurance. Comment 555. That declaration is not random. It is a sign that you agree that grace is covering you even when you feel stretched. Grace has carried you through moments that could have crushed you. It kept you steady when anxiety tried to overwhelm you. It protected you from decisions that would have set you back years. You have also been separated from certain environments because your spirit outgrew them. You tried to fit into spaces that once felt safe, but they started to feel tight. That discomfort was not rejection, it was elevation. I was lifting you beyond what once defined you. I know you sometimes question whether you are truly ready for what is ahead. You look at your weaknesses and feel unsure. But I look at your resilience and see readiness forming. I see how you have survived storms that once terrified you. I see how your faith has become quieter but stronger. The transformation you are experiencing is making you more secure in who you are. You no longer chase approval the way you once did. You no longer need constant validation to feel worthy. That shift is powerful because it frees you from manipulation. It anchors your confidence in me instead of in people. I am also teaching you patience in a way that protects your future. Impatience would push you into premature opportunities. Patience positions you for sustainable growth. You are learning to wait without losing hope. That discipline will protect the blessings I am preparing for you. There will come a time when you look back and realize that this season shaped your character more than any previous chapter. You will see that the quiet nights strengthened your trust. The lonely days deepened your awareness of my presence. The unexpected detours protected you from hidden harm. You are not being transformed to impress others. You are being transformed to fulfill purpose. The world does not need a louder version of you. It needs a wiser, steadier, and more grounded version of you. That is what I am cultivating. Even your mistakes have been folded into my design. I corrected you without condemning you. I allowed consequences to teach you without destroying you. That balance is part of my love. I discipline, but I also restore. You may feel like the process has taken longer than expected, but timing is not measured by your calendar alone. I see intersections of people, opportunities, and circumstances that you cannot see. I align them carefully so that when your moment arrives, it is complete. Nothing about this timing is accidental. Comment 777. When you declare that, you are acknowledging that completion is coming. 7 represents fullness, and fullness is what I am bringing into your life. The incomplete chapters are closing. The unanswered questions will settle into clarity. The loose ends will tie together in ways that surprise you. You are being positioned for impact, not just survival. For a long time, your focus was simply making it through. But I am shifting you from surviving to influencing, from reacting to leading, from doubting to trusting deeply. Do not rush this growth. Every layer I peel away reveals strength you did not know you had. Every boundary I help you establish protects your peace. Every lesson I teach you strengthens your future stability. The transformation is visible in how you speak, how you think, and how you respond. It is in the way you choose calm over chaos. It is in the way you protect your energy instead of wasting it. It is in the way you walk away from what disrespects your worth. You are not losing yourself. You are finding your true self. The version of you shaped by fear is fading. The version of you rooted in faith is rising. This is why the process feels intense, because it is realignment at a deep level. Trust that I am present in every step. I have not abandoned you in confusion. I have not left you alone in struggle. I am guiding, correcting, strengthening, and preparing. As you continue walking through this season, I want you to see how much stronger you already are. A year ago, certain words would have broken you. Certain setbacks would have stolen your peace for weeks. Now you recover faster, think clearer, and stand firmer. That is not coincidence. That is growth under my guidance. Why are so many people saying this CIA ritual changed their life in only 7 seconds? This leaked CIA method is powerful and effective. A short brainwave technique, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people move from broke to prosperous. Dream homes, cars, and trips are becoming possible. But this video could be taken down at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments now before it is gone. You have been shedding old layers quietly. Some habits fell away without a dramatic moment. Some relationships faded without a loud ending. Some desires no longer excite you the way they once did. I have been adjusting your appetite so that you crave what truly nourishes your future. There was a time when you felt the need to prove yourself constantly. You wanted others to see your value because you doubted it inside. I allowed situations where your efforts were overlooked, so you would learn to anchor your worth in me. When your validation comes from me, it cannot be shaken by opinion. That security is part of your transformation. You may not realize it, but your discernment has sharpened. You sense when something is not aligned. You feel when an opportunity carries hidden stress. That inner awareness is my protection working through you. I am teaching you to trust the quiet nudges instead of chasing every open door. This transformation is also teaching you emotional strength. You are learning to feel deeply without being controlled by your feelings. You are learning to pause before reacting. You are learning that silence can be powerful. That maturity will guard your peace in seasons where pressure increases. There are blessings I have held back because your heart was not yet ready to carry them responsibly. Not because I wanted to deny you, but because I wanted to protect you. Success without stability can damage what I intend to bless. Now you are becoming steady. Now you are becoming grounded. You have noticed that certain temptations no longer attract you. Certain distractions feel empty. That shift is not random. I am refining your focus. I am aligning your desires with your destiny, so you do not sabotage what I am building. At times, you felt misunderstood. People misread your quiet growth as distance. They misinterpreted your boundaries as pride. But I am not shaping you to be easily understood by everyone. I am shaping you to be clear within yourself. That inner clarity will carry you further than approval ever could. Comment 333. When you declare that, you are standing firm in faith, even when you cannot see the full picture. Faith is not loud in you anymore. It is steady. It is rooted. It is the quiet confidence that I am working even when circumstances look ordinary. You have survived storms that once felt impossible. There were days when you questioned whether you could handle one more disappointment. Yet, here you are, breathing, standing, and still believing. That resilience did not come from your strength alone. I carried you when you were too tired to fight. This transformation is preparing you for influence in ways you may not yet see. People will look at your calm during chaos and wonder how you remain steady. They will notice how you refuse to respond with bitterness. They will sense a different kind of strength in you. That strength is born from surrender. I am teaching you that control is not your responsibility. Obedience is. You tried to manage outcomes before. You tried to predict and prevent every possible setback. But now you are learning to release what you cannot control and focus on what you can improve. That release has lightened your heart. The loneliness you sometimes feel is not permanent isolation. It is sacred separation. I am removing noise so you can hear my direction clearly. I am pulling you away from constant distraction so your vision sharpens. In quiet places, clarity grows. You are also becoming more disciplined. You think before you commit. You evaluate before you trust. You move with intention instead of impulse. That discipline is building a life that will not crumble under pressure. There are moments ahead when doors will open suddenly. Opportunities will appear that align perfectly with your growth. When they come, you will recognize them because you are no longer desperate. You are prepared. You are no longer chasing anything that sparkles. You are waiting for what fits. The pain you experienced in past relationships has taught you what you deserve. You no longer tolerate disrespect disguised as affection. You no longer ignore red flags to avoid loneliness. That wisdom protects your heart and preserves your peace. Comment 999. When you write that, you are declaring completion of cycles that once held you back. What began in confusion will end in clarity. What started with tears will finish with understanding. Cycles of self-doubt are breaking. Patterns of settling are ending. You are stepping into a season where your voice will carry more weight. Not because you speak louder, but because you speak from experience. You will counsel others from wounds you have healed. You will encourage others from valleys you have crossed. Your story will become a source of hope. Do not underestimate how much you have grown. The fact that you now pause before making decisions is growth. The fact that you seek peace over drama is growth. The fact that you are comfortable being alone rather than misaligned is growth. I see every shift. This transformation is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming aligned. You still have areas to improve, and I will continue refining you. But you are no longer the person you once were. You are stronger, wiser, and more discerning. I am also expanding your vision for your future. You once limited yourself because fear whispered that you were not capable. Now courage is speaking louder. You are beginning to believe that greater things are possible. That belief opens doors that fear kept closed. You are not late. You are not behind. You are precisely where you need to be for this stage of growth. Every lesson learned has prepared you for what is next. Every closed door redirected you toward alignment. I am proud of your perseverance. I am pleased with your willingness to grow. I am near you in every decision and every step. Nothing about this transformation is by chance, and nothing about your future is uncertain in my hands. There was a time when every delay felt personal. You thought closed doors meant rejection. Now you are starting to see that some doors were protection. I was blocking paths that would have drained you and redirecting you toward what sustains you. What is really behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that is helping normal people erase debt and attract serious wealth. With validation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government could remove this at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted. You have grown in ways that are not loud. Your patience has lengthened. Your reactions have softened. Your expectations have become wiser. That quiet growth is powerful because it is rooted in understanding rather than emotion. I am teaching you to trust my timing, even when you do not see immediate results. Seeds do not break through the soil the same day they are planted. They grow in hidden places first. Your transformation has followed the same pattern. You have also become more selective with your energy. You no longer give unlimited access to people who do not value your presence. You guard your time with intention. That boundary is not selfish. It is stewardship of the life I entrusted to you. There were nights when you felt alone in your thoughts. You replayed conversations. You questioned decisions. You wondered if you were doing enough. I was with you in those quiet hours, strengthening your mind and calming your fears. Comment 222. When you write that, you are agreeing that alignment is happening, even if it feels subtle. Alignment does not always come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes with quiet clarity and steady confidence. That is what I am building inside you. I am also removing the need for constant reassurance from others. You used to look for confirmation in every conversation. Now you are learning to trust the peace I place in your heart. When something is right, it will not disturb your spirit. When something is wrong, you will sense the tension. This transformation has changed how you handle disappointment. You no longer collapse when plans shift. You adapt, you learn, you move forward. That flexibility will protect you in seasons where change happens quickly. You are becoming more aware of your purpose without needing applause. You do not crave attention the way you once did. You are content doing the work, even when no one notices. That humility will open doors that pride could never access. There were times when you doubted your calling because progress seemed slow. But progress is not always visible. While you waited, I was strengthening your character. While you questioned, I was building endurance. While you worried, I was arranging details behind the scenes. I want you to see how far your mindset has shifted. You used to interpret every setback as failure. Now you ask what lesson is hidden inside it. That shift changes everything. It turns obstacles into teachers. You are also learning that not every opportunity is meant for you. Just because something is available does not mean it is aligned. That discernment saves you from unnecessary stress. It keeps you focused on what truly belongs in your life. There are blessings approaching that will require emotional stability. That is why I have been strengthening you internally. I will not allow success to expose cracks in your foundation. I repair those cracks before elevation arrives. Comment 1010. When you declare that, you are stepping into a new level of confidence. 10 represents completion of a cycle and readiness for a new beginning. What once felt chaotic is settling into order. What once felt uncertain is becoming steady. You may still have moments of doubt, but they no longer control you. Doubt visits, but it does not stay. Fear whispers, but it does not command. Your faith has become stronger than your anxiety. I am also teaching you to forgive without reopening doors that I closed. Forgiveness frees your heart. Boundaries protect your peace. You can release resentment without restoring unhealthy access. That balance is wisdom. You are starting to see that growth is not always comfortable. It stretches you beyond familiar habits. It challenges old patterns. It requires honesty with yourself. But every stretch is shaping you for something greater. The confidence forming inside you is not loud or boastful. It is quiet assurance. It is knowing that even if circumstances shift, you will remain steady. That kind of confidence cannot be taken away by opinion or comparison. You once measured success by external achievements. Now you measure it by internal peace. That shift reflects maturity. It shows that you value stability over applause. There are people who may not recognize your transformation because they remember an older version of you. Let them hold on to that image, if they choose. You are not responsible for updating their perception. You are responsible for honoring your growth. I am proud of how you have handled pressure recently. You did not react impulsively. You paused. You reflected. You chose wisdom over pride. That decision strengthened your character more than you realize. The season ahead will require courage, but you are not walking into it unprepared. Everything you have endured has trained you for what is coming. The lessons were not random. The delays were not meaningless. Nothing about this transformation is accidental. Every detail has been intentional. Every tear has been counted. Every prayer has been heard. Stay close to me as the next chapter unfolds. Continue choosing peace over panic. Continue trusting, even when clarity is partial. The stability you feel now will deepen. There was a time when you ignored your intuition just to keep peace with others. You silenced your inner warning signs so you would not seem difficult. That season is ending. I am teaching you that honoring truth is more important than avoiding discomfort. Peace built on denial is fragile, but peace built on discernment is lasting. You are also becoming less reactive to outside noise. Opinions that once unsettled you now pass without shaking your confidence. That is because your identity is becoming rooted in me instead of in public approval. When your foundation is secure, external pressure loses its power. I am anchoring you so deeply that storms will no longer intimidate you the way they once did. Is it time to try the same CIA secret ritual that is changing lives in seconds? A newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual that is transforming people overnight. Scientifically proven by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to attract money naturally. People who were once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and travel. But this secret may not stay online much longer. Click the description and comments now before it is removed.